The Florida Department of Transportation, FDOT, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, welcomes you to the public information meeting for the Colonial Parkway Project Development and Environment Study. Today's meeting will provide an overview of the study, explain the process used to develop the study alternatives on display in the exhibit room, and show how you can provide input and stay connected during the study process. The objective of the study is to plan for the future by creating safe mobility choices that provide regional connectivity and meet future traffic needs. This can be accomplished by separating longer regional trips from local trips to reduce congestion and benefit your community. Since our public kickoff meeting in November, the study team has been collecting data to analyze existing and future conditions in support of the alternatives development process. We need your input on the study alternatives that are being presented at today's public information meeting. We will use your input to refine these alternatives until the study is completed by the spring of 2019. At that time, we will have determined the best approach to meet the project goals. Throughout the study, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise is committed to frequent communication and encourages public input at each step of the study process. The study area is in eastern Orange County along State Road 50, also known as East Colonial Drive. The project starts just west of State Road 408 and follows the existing State Road 50 corridor east until it connects with State Road 520. Today, the existing State Road 50 is 6 lanes wide from Woodbury Road to Avalon Park Boulevard. East of Avalon Park Boulevard, the 6 lanes merge down to 4 lanes as the road continues east toward State Road 520. Existing sidewalks are constructed along less than half of the roadway and are non-continuous. Preliminary traffic projections through the year 2045 show that more lanes will be needed, at least 10 lanes west of Lake Pickett Road, 8 lanes from Avalon Park Boulevard to County Road 13, and 6 lanes between County Road 13 and State Road 520. Additional lanes may be required at intersections and the State Road 408 interchange. The purpose of the project is to improve regional east-west connectivity and meet future traffic needs. We are developing study alternatives to meet the project goals, to reduce congestion, create mobility choices, improve safety, enhance evacuation routes, and avoid and minimize environmental impacts. Interagency collaboration continues as we consider opportunities to incorporate emerging transportation technologies to further advance safety. The study team started the alternatives development process with an extensive data collection effort of existing and future land uses along State Road 50, including residences, businesses, community facilities, and natural resources. This data is used to compare study alternatives to each other by identifying evaluation criteria, such as how well or poorly an alternative might accommodate project needs and reduce overall impacts. As the study alternatives are developed and refined through research and public input, the study team continually conducts analysis to eventually identify the alternatives that meet the project needs and result in the avoidance or minimization of impacts to community and environmental resources. The no-build alternative includes projects previously approved for the study area. This alternative provides the baseline against which alternatives can be evaluated to each other. Along State Road 50, the no-build alternative includes widening State Road 50 to 6 lanes from Avalon Park Boulevard to State Road 520 by FDOT. The no-build alternative does not include any improvements between Woodbury Road and Avalon Park Boulevard, which will reach maximum capacity by 2025. In addition to the no-build alternative to meet the project goals, other study alternatives include the addition of Colonial Parkway limited-access travel lanes, upgrades to intersections east of Woodbury Road, State Road 408 interchange improvements, and multimodal enhancements along the corridor. The first step to develop study alternatives is to develop the typical section. Typical sections identified during the alternatives analysis include 3 non-tolled travel lanes for local access on State Road 50, alongside continuous bicycle and pedestrian enhancements. The limited-access, tolled Colonial Parkway facility would likely be constructed with 2 lanes in each direction and physically separated from State Road 50. Colonial Parkway can be close to ground level for portions of the corridor and elevated on fill to accommodate grade-separated intersections and to avoid or minimize impacts on key community features. The next step is to apply the typical section to different alignment options for the State Road 50 corridor. The study team started with 3 alignment options: widening the existing right-of-way to the north, to the south, or holding the existing center line and widening on both sides of State Road 50. Early evaluations showed that the center alignment impacts substantially more properties and was eliminated from further study except where transitions between intersections require center widening. The study team analyzed the north and south alignments, finding that the northern alignment had fewer impacts in some segments while the southern alignment had fewer impacts in others, creating a combined north-south alignment. Using the combined alignment, the study team created study alternatives optimized to minimize or avoid as many impacts as feasible. The study team will continue to refine the study alternatives to balance potential impacts along the corridor and meet the study goals to reduce congestion, create new mobility choices, improve safety, avoid and minimize environmental impacts, and enhance evacuation routes through regional connectivity. These study alternatives, including a combined alignment, intersection, and interchange alternatives, are presented for your review and comment in the exhibit room. There, you can review boards that illustrate how alternatives were developed and evaluated through the alternatives development process. There are artist renderings of the recommended typical sections and depictions of the corridor alignment evaluation. The room is organized into stations where project staff are available to discuss with you in detail the various alternatives under evaluation, including the interchange at State Road 408 and the intersections at Avalon Park Boulevard and Chewiota Road. Some stations have interactive setups or smart boards so that you can imagine what the potential improvements might look like compared with the existing condition. Public meetings, like today's, are an important part of our process. We continue to seek community input to inform our evaluation of alternatives, which will continue to be refined until a recommended alternative is presented at a public hearing tentatively scheduled for early 2019. Until then, you can stay involved in the study by visiting the project website, www.colonialparkway.com, which is maintained regularly with updates on schedule and progress, and includes materials from our public meetings, such as today's presentation. Be sure to sign up for the project mailing list to receive newsletters and notices for upcoming events. You can provide comments to the study team by email, mail, by clicking on Stay Connected on our website, or at today's meeting where you can complete a comment form and drop it in the comment boxes provided. We appreciate your attendance. Please visit the exhibit room to provide input on the study alternatives and to meet with study team members. If you've missed any part of this presentation, it will restart momentarily.